This is a topic buzzing beat.
I'm trying to get to this money. Yeah. 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 You a lame and you a dummy. You a lame and you.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. It's not a diss song. It's just me speaking my truth. My truth may not be your truth. But you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah. I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal. They can't match my level. You ain't stepping. You ain't a step. Stop they flexing. Ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I try to line that. Can't close nigga out there. Line that. Yeah. I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal. They can't match my level. You ain't stepping. You ain't a step. Stop they flexing. Ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I try to line that. Can't close nigga out there. Line that. We are here. We have a fire match. We in week 12 of this competition. We have PoetryLife League. We have Minister Rock. We got the Red Dragons in the building. We got Diagnosis in the building. This is about to be electrifying, man. I can't wait for this. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself real quick. We're gonna start with PoetryLife League. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what team you represent.
Poet Without Apology out of Akron, Ohio. I represent the Red Dragons.
Okay, Red Dragons in the building. Let's go. We're going to go with Minister Rock. Minister Rock, tell the people who you are, where you from, and what team you represent.
Minister Rock, Team Diagnosis. Hey, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, but I live right outside of H-Town in Wicked City, Texas. Hey, we Team Diagnosis came to bring the medicine. Come get some.
Let's go. It's time to get to the coin flip. Let's go. Here we are again. We at the coin toss. Let me see who I want to give the coin toss to first. We're going to go with Poet Without Apology. What side do you want? Heads or tails?
We're going to go with tails.
Coin in the air. It is tails. Who do you want to go first?
I'm going to let the minister go first.
Hey, Minister Rock, you already know what it is. It's going to be on you. Let's go.
Enough, Miguel. That's how my guys know it's the end of the day. That's when it's time to go get a cerveza. Then we go to the bank so they can get their pay. Enough, Miguel. Yeah, that was my dude. But if I look at the news, I done really lost too. See, CNN reported like 140,000. And then ICE, since 7 months ago, say they got about 200,000. What happened to the millions? I thought it was millions. And they with this BS. I just can't stand this administration. But all I know is I lost a good man to this administration of this nation. So Miguel got deported. Not because he was illegal, for a public intoxication. Yeah, the man liked to drink. Yeah, he did. They hang around the spot. It's something like the Home Depot in League City. That's where you can go and pick up you a man and get some stuff when you want to get done, but you don't want to get that gritty. So you go get them. You go get the brown people. But see, I'm down with the brown people. That's my people too. But Vámonos, Miguel. He out of here, boo. The crazy thing is, Abraham's still here. He is already preparing. He sent all his tools back to Guatemala. Right here behind my truck, right here, I got a disc cutter for him. So he can send it back to Guatemala. Just in preparation of what this nation may do to a man that's been here. Both of them. I paid at least $40,000 last year. It's sad that we got to see people snatch for no reason besides catching a normal case. Something that would be a ticket. These people are getting deported. Abraham lives in fear every day that he might be Vámonos, Miguel. So we honor him every day. We don't say, hey, let's go home. It's Vámonos, Miguel. Because this country wants to hit them with them Theo, with a hammer just beating them down. It wants to grab the escoba, which is a broom, and sweep them away. Sweep them up on the pala, which is a shovel, and then throw them away. Grab the pincers, which are the pliers, and twist and squeeze all the people that do what we won't do. So every day we honor him. When we leave the job, we say, Vámonos, Miguel. Poem.
God created the universe out of nothing. Everything we know started with a big bang. If either of these statements are true, then the last bang that Kenneth heard was loud enough to create brand new worlds. News reported rumors it was suicide, domestic death by cop, then closed your cold case faster than the photographs captured the Armageddon in your last breath, and nobody still knows nothing. Maybe the media thought you were fake news. Hope you didn't think I was a fake friend. What I remember most about Kenny, he didn't have much, but he had big dreams. There was an art to fading hair, and lineups could be picked up out of lineups, and a brother could stand out for looking so clean. And I don't know if he was depressed or if he got lost on the razor's edge. Last time I asked him what was wrong, he faded a smile, and I swear to God, he said it was nothing. At the time, I didn't think enough of Kenny to ask a second time. Understand, Kenneth was larger than life. Kenneth was every bit a Rembrandt. Kenneth was just one of many black boys to die loud enough to become a god, but not loud enough to get a hashtag. He was too loud for statistics to ignore, but not loud enough for us to get his story straight. I wonder how creative he became with all of that nothing. I bet the pearly gates of his heaven are made up of alabaster bones and ashes of black and brown bodies not beautiful enough for this world. There are times when I feel the weight of my own nothingness. During those times, I wonder if I too have saved up enough empty days. I wonder if my skin is dark enough to be gunpowder. I wonder if the bang would be loud enough to get a white god's attention. I worry that heaven requires citizenship, but I was not born there. Being a dreamer isn't enough. And what if God doesn't let any of us in because angels know murderers and rapers live on earth and earth is on the south side of his border? What if hell is just deportation? Maybe we got this all wrong. Maybe Andromeda is the collective creation of those killed during the Crusades. Maybe Halley's Comet was the first real Amber Alert, a mother on a quest who will not rest until she finds her. I just wish Kenneth was still here. I would ask you to take up more space. Dear Ken, Facebook told me you died when you showed up a memory on my timeline. I'm sorry for not listening. Sorry it took a year and Facebook to notice a black hole had swallowed a whole star. I can still feel the void where you used to be. I should have gotten another haircut sooner. Home.
Here we are. Y'all heard what was going down. Y'all heard Minister Rock. Y'all heard Poet Out Apology. They spend straight knowledge on the track real quick, man. Look, I'm going to go ahead and get into the judges and see what they have to think and what's on their mind. And first, we're going to start with OB Knowledge. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
My name is Obi Knowledge. I'm from Chicago by way of Atlanta. I'm a spoken word artist, author, photographer, and producer.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Look, we're gonna start with Minister Rock. You have any words for Minister Rock, or you want to get straight into the scoring?
I got words for him. I appreciate you confirming that was a freestyle because I could tell, you know what I'm saying, but I didn't want to say nothing. Um, however, however, I think that because you like both of you are on the same kind of page, um, I think that you complimented each other so well. I'm gonna have to give you a 5 on penmanship. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? You know, because not because if you wrote it down, I know it would be more detailed. You know, believability definitely a 5. Um, um, for substance, I'm gonna give you a 4 because you did stumble a little bit, but I still was able to see your point. And it was only because I think, you know, when you freestyle, we sometimes have to search for the proper words. Um, uh, Believability a 5. You know, impact, I'm gonna give you a 4. In delivery, a 5.
Okay, okay. That is a total score of 23. 23 for Obi Knowledge. Let's go ahead and jump to a Poet Without Apology. You have any words for him, or you want to jump right into the scoring? What do you want to do?
Um, yeah, I got words for him too. Again, you know, I think I agree with that y'all had some similarities in your pieces. Um, I think you were a little bit uh, more impactful this time go around. Me seeing you, um, and I think that you were a lot more ready for your audience. So I definitely give you a 5 on penmanship. You know what I'm saying? On impact, I think you got your 5 for me this time because it was definitely, you know, heartfelt. You could tell it was more heartfelt. Um, your substance, I give you a 4. Um, I there's just way too many similarities between the pieces. So it's like it's a hard judge, but um, what was the other one?
Believability.
Believability 5 and delivery of 4.
Okay, and that is a total score of 23. 23 for OB Knowledge. Let's go ahead and jump to Poet's Spoken Word. Tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
Well, my name is Poet and Spoken Word. I am a spoken word artist, writer, published author, a momager, and a co-host for Miss Kier's show. So here I am.
Okay, okay, okay. Look, we're gonna start with Minister Rock. You have any words for him before we jump into the scoring? What do you want to do?
Um, I definitely felt I definitely felt where you were coming from. Um, I think that very much like the gentleman that came before was saying, if it was written down and kind of like practiced a little bit, the delivery would have been more impactful. Um, Both poets definitely brought the smoke. I see a little bit. I definitely see a little bit. Um, so we can go right into the scoring.
Okay, what do you have for penmanship?
Penmanship, I'm gonna go with a 4. I'm gonna go with a 4. For the substance, I definitely felt the substance. Definitely felt the substance. I could see where it was going. Um, the flow, um, I'm gonna go with a 4 because there was some stumbling. Like I said, if it was a little bit more practice, then the words would have flowed a little bit better.
What about impact?
Impact, I'm gonna go with a 5. I'm gonna go with a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 5.
Believability. My bad. You have anything to say about the impact?
I mean, again, I think the flow kind of messed up the impact a little bit, but as a fellow artist, like as a fellow writer, I see where you were coming from. So the impact, the believability, I'm sorry, I would do a 5, but the impact definitely, excuse me, it's early. The impact would have definitely hit harder had there not been stumbling in words.
Okay. So what do you have for impact?
The impact is a 4.
Okay. And so let's go with delivery.
The impact is the delivery is a 4 too.
Okay. And that is a total score of 21. Let's go ahead and jump to Poet with an Apology. You have any words for him, or you want to jump right into the score?
I could definitely tell he was prepared. He was definitely prepared. I see the flame. He didn't come to play. He did not come to play. Enjoyed the piece. Could definitely connect. Definitely, pulled on some heartstrings.
Okay, so let's start with penmanship. What do you have for penmanship?
For penmanship, I'm gonna go with a 5.
Okay, for impact.
Impact, I'm gonna go with a 5.
For believability.
Believability, I'm gonna go with a 5.
Okay. For substance.
Substance, it's just gonna be a 5. Like I could see it. He took me on a journey. He made me connect with those of our counterparts that have gone through and passed on. And remembering those moments and those woulda, coulda, shouldas at the same time, and how much we realize that life is not, tomorrow is not promised us, and we wake up and we go. But for those of us that don't get a chance to wake up, definitely reflective.
Facts. What about delivery?
Delivery, I'm gonna go with a 5.
Okay. Perfect score, 25 for 25 from Poet's spoken word. Appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and jump with Janaya on Fire. Janaya on Fire, tell the people who you are, where you from, and what you do.
I am Janaya on Fire. I do spoken word poetry, and I'm from North Carolina, supporting the Red Dragons.
Okay. Shout out to the Red Dragons in the building. Okay, we're going to start with Minister Rock. Do you have any words for him, or do you want to jump into the scoring?
I'm definitely going to tell him I felt that absolutely. Even though it was a freestyle, I still felt it in my soul. Even though you stumbled, I still felt it. So there you go.
Okay. What do you have for penmanship?
You don't even got to go in all the scores. I felt that from my heart. I gave you all 5s.
Okay,
all 5. I still felt it in my soul.
Okay, all 5 for Minister Rock. That's a 25 from Janaya. Let's go ahead and jump with Poet Without Apology. You have any words from him, or you want to jump into the score?
I wanted to tell him that I felt that so much. That made me like I definitely shed some tears. Like, I'm so honored to being the judge tonight, to hear that. Like, I felt that so much. You made me remember of the things that I didn't do for my grandmother. So I appreciate that.
Okay. What do you have for penmanship?
I gave him all 5s.
You gave him all 5s too? Okay, all 5. And that is a 25 from Janaya on Fire. Now let's go with TK the Poet. TK the Poet, tell the people who you are and where you're from and what you do. Hey, y'all already know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know it, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. So look, Minister Rock, great freestyle. I like when poets can freestyle. because I don't have that capability. I've been trying to work on that freestyle a little bit, just a little bit, but I really haven't mastered that. So when a poet come on here and freestyle and he gets to his point and it makes sense, I gotta give kudos to him because that's on the spot thinking. Like sometimes it can take me a while to think of some stuff, but for you to think on the spot and come with it just like that, that's a whole different level. So let me go ahead and get into my scoring real quick. I gave you a 4 in penmanship. I gave you 5 for impact. I gave you 5 for believability. I gave you 5 for substance, and I gave you a 4 for delivery with a total score of 23. 23. Poet without apology. Let's go ahead and jump on his side. So, Poet without apology. Look, I felt that. Like everybody else said, when you're talking, the talk that you're talking, it resonates with me in a whole different way because, I think about past people that was here that's not here anymore and think about like, okay, what can I actually say to them? And sometimes you have some type of regret, but so I actually resonate with that poem a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the scoring. I gave you a 4 for penmanship. I gave you a 4 for impact. I gave you 5 for believability. I gave you a 5 for substance, and I gave you a 5 for delivery with a total score of 23. So now it's time to get to the main screen. Let's add these points up and see who came away with the dub today. Let's go. We are here. We're gonna start with Minister Rock. Minister Rock, TK gave you a 23. OB Knowledge gave you a 23. Janai on Fire gave you a 25. And Poetry Spoken Word gave you a 21 with a total score of 92. Let's go ahead and jump to Poet Without Apology. TK the Poet gave you a 23. OB Knowledge gave you a 23. Janai on Fire gave you a 25. And Poetry Spoken Word gave you a 25. So with the total score, OB Knowledge gave you 23. And so that's a total score of 96. So Poet Without Apology, you come away with the win today. Shout out to the Red Dragons. Y'all have any words, any comments? Y'all go ahead and speak your mind.
Man, I just want to say, I just love how they complimented each other. It was kind of like similar pieces, but because I was freestyling, I had a whole nother thing I was going to try to do last night. And when I woke up this morning, this one just jumped on me on the ride from Dickinson to Spring. And I was just like, man, this one's going to go. So I'm just glad I was able to get the idea out in freestyle form. And like I say, man, anytime I can hang with y'all, bro, y'all so dope. Man, I'm being blessed and humbled by it every time.
Wow, that's a fact. Poet Without Apology.
I just want to say kudos to Minister Rock. That was a beautiful freestyle and an honoring Miguel. And I think this match, even though we were going against each other, we were both honoring someone. And, I've looked for ways in which I could honor Ken, and so I'm grateful for the win, but this was all about honoring Kenneth, and I want to honor Miguel. So this was a wonderful match and beautiful words, and I'm just grateful. Thank you to the judges for being able to connect and feel what we were putting forward today.
Amen, bro.
Man, most definitely, man. That's Poet Without Apology. Minister Rock, Red Dragon, Dinos in the building, man. Shout out to them. Man, until next time, we on to the next one. Let's go.
Whoa. Go, man. If you my friend, then we locked in and we got. Yeah, we got. If you my friend and we locked in and we got soul ties, I got your back like I'm your spine, don't gotta hold mine. Bury my heart, go dig it up cause it's a gold mine. Play a role, she a shooting guard, put her in overtime. We're like the C10, like the beach dreams of the coastline. Just start the beat and let me creep, we popping outside. I miss my dog ride with no roof, they jump like fleas to ride. I miss you dear, but I can't see you, I heard love is blind. Do what you want cause I can't control you. I can't control. Baby, you did that shit, you on a boat. Baby, you know I want you in my home. I'm like, for that shit, you let me all alone. When they suck a shit, can't even call your phone. I wanna have a celebration, I don't post my loan. I say my mind racing, cause you gone. This shit is wild, don't take me to no trial. Ain't see you in a while, all this pain, it just pile. I'm shooting like I'm Kyle, steady tapping on these towels. She say she like my sound, she like how I'm working now. Step on shit, fuck up the scene. Glock 19 dress double beam. Fresh out the cleaners, crispy clean. Fill her up with Krispy Kreme. Call me Big Papa, break a spleen. This time around, she acting mean. Summertime, come thug with me. I be where my brothers be. Tell me lies, don't fuck with me. Did me wrong when I can see. But can't see who I'ma be. Me and Scrap fucked up the scene. Buzz down with my gun and ski. These niggas can't fuck with me. Fuck it, I'm just speaking facts. Just like how it's supposed to be. You gon'